Yo, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zacchaeus in the Fifth General. Zacchaeus, what's up, man?
Hey, what's good? How's everything, man? Go right. Yeah.
So
Good to be here.
So what's so crazy is that today, because for those who don't know, our shows are pre-recorded days in advance, right? So as we're recording on September 27th, like 8:36, well, actually not 9:36 Eastern time.
Yeah.
You know what? We had a totally tired topic to talk about before today, but then we had to talk about R. Kelly.
Oh, yes.
So let's, according to this is from local news in Houston, KHOU 11 News. It says jurors have convicted R&B singer R. Kelly in a sex trafficking trial. Kelly was found guilty of all 9 counts, 1 count of racketeering with 14 underlying acts that included sexual exploitation of a child, kidnapping, bribery, and sex trafficking charges, and 8 additional counts of violations of the Mann Act, a sex trafficking law. The Mann Act, spelled MANN Act, a sex trafficking law. You know, we did a show last season called the Surviving R. Kelly.
Oh, yes, we did.
We did that show called Surviving the Industry. It was followed up by Surviving R. Kelly. But the title of that show, if I'm not mistaken, is called Surviving the Industry. And what I was I can't remember everything I said, but I know we talked about what R. Kelly was accused of, but then we also talked about this is the kind of stuff that being in that label does. You know what I mean? That industry is poison, man.
Yeah, the industry will swallow you up.
Yeah, and spit you out whole, man.
Man.
They ain't playing around. You know what I'm saying?
DMX always talk about the industry.
Yeah.
He knew what he was talking about, you know? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is real stuff, man.
Yeah.
So let me get your take on it, man.
You know, let me tell you something. R. Kelly, man, you see the first trial he went to, he got away for the first one. I think sometimes when you want to behave like it can't be touched, and you want to behave that you're above everything, and because you have a name, you have a platform, you have a name that you can get away, you know, and you'll get off again. I think God is showing him something that you cannot be full of pride and think that, okay, I did it, and I'm going to continue doing what I do, and I can get away with it. You can't. And so this man, R. Kelly, think he can get away with. He think he can just get away, you know? Because the first time he got off, he got mercy. God gave him mercy, and he got off. And then he continued doing what he do, thinking that he's not going to face no consequences. What's in the light can come out in the dark. Now, yeah, but there's other people too that had in history, but I think we're not gonna go so deep into it. In history, that had situations, but they didn't face no trials and tribulations. They didn't face no jail time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that had like young women, but they didn't face no jail time. R. Kelly, I guess they use it as an example. You know, they're using him as an example, but still, I think that he should have humbled himself. Should have, yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Now let's make this more interesting. Not that I have to make this up, but I got to bring this in. You know, a lot of things got exposed here in this courtroom. You know, one girl was confessing that R. Kelly made her eat his feces, just nasty stuff.
Ducks, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah got brought into it about how that they was once married. They got a fake ID for Aaliyah because Aaliyah was wasn't old enough, and all this other stuff. Just craziness, man. Then allegedly R. Kelly was messing with Aaliyah's moms, and she was compliant.
What?
Yeah, man. All this stuff, man.
Wow.
And that she was complicit and compliant with everything that was going on, and that's why things happened for a certain period of time because stuff was going down.
Wow. Wow.
It's not good. That's not good.
So much so much things. Wow, so many allegations this man got against him,
Yeah. It's ugly, man.
So many, yeah.
It's ugly. So.
Yeah, man.
I mean, but what do you feel about, man, what do you feel about as far as how much time? So they're saying that he could face like a minimum of 30 years.
Oh my goodness, the minimum of 30 years?
Now, trafficking is a federal law, so these are federal laws that he's facing. Federal charges, I meant to say. So they're saying that he could do at least a minimum of 30 years.
This man is already 50 already, man.
Yeah. So 50 times 30, he'll be in his 80s.
My gosh.
Yeah.
If he make it that, my gosh.
I mean, they're liable to give this man life. Some people felt like one of the counts can get him 25 years, and that's just one count. Remember, it says he was found guilty on 9 counts.
Wow.
Because sex trafficking and anything related to sex trafficking and children, that's hard time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's not like a short bid. Like, I'm gonna do like a 10-year. No. You doing more than that. You doing way more than that. So, how do you feel about how they're saying that possibly he can get 30 to life or 25 to life? That's what I've been hearing floating around. What you think about that, man?
Man, they threw the book at him, man. They threw the book at him because, shit, what's so much more than what? So much people come out and say he did this, he did that, he did this. Even a guy coming out and say he did something. He got a lot of allegations against him, so they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna show many mercy, man. I don't think so. They're not showing no mercy now. Oh man, and crazy as it seemed, R. Kelly's the only one that's saying that he didn't do none of these things, But
he had the famous interview years ago.
Oh, with Gayle King? Oh yeah, I'm fighting for my life.
Y'all killing me with this.
Yeah, I'm fighting for my life.
30 years of my career. 30 years.
I'm fighting for my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but it is sad though because a wise person told me, I know we laughing at this stuff and all that, but you're gonna hope nobody was laughing when something like this you're facing. Let me tell you something, man. I would look. A lot of people said to R. Kelly when they felt like he got off for that alleged sex tape years ago. And a lot of people said, why? He should have just fed off into, phased off into, just got quiet. You know what I'm saying? But he came back and started doing music and touring again and still feeding into that image of being a ladies' man.
Yeah, see?
So people felt like he should have stayed far away from that altogether.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got a lot of audio in the background.
I do?
Yeah, I can hear a lot of movement going on. So I just want you to take that in consideration for the audience.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, man, there was just a lot of a lot of stuff surrounding him going after this, and I guess he felt like I'm in the clear, But the thing is, then now we hear later on, you got some alleged sex dungeon and all that. You got women in the crib and all that, and allegedly handcuffed and hog-tied. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when he got interviewed, he was like, they said a woman, they said a hog-tied her. He said, I don't know how to hog-tie people. Why would I hog-tie her? You know what I'm saying? And you knew something was wrong with the man because in that Surviving R. Kelly thing, they ended up revealing that, he was sexually abused when he was a child. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow! Yeah. They revealed that on the episode that series.
Yeah. But you don't get a pass for, but that don't make it that you get a pass for doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if somebody was a monster to you doesn't mean you could be a monster to others. But somehow things like this create monsters. Sadly. You know what I mean? Learn behavior. Trauma.
Yeah.
R. Kelly needed some serious therapy a long time ago, man.
A long time ago, yeah.
Serious therapy.
But people wait till things happen really bad to take action,
Yeah, well,
They wait.
Right, and then it's too late.
And now it's too late now. Yeah. Man, oh man.
Yo, but check this out. How many... So, why? So it's hard, right? Because you bring up Aaliyah. Aaliyah's not here to defend herself. You know what I mean? And one would say, why was Aaliyah even, complying with that? And then some would say, well, because she was young, she wanted to get put on. You don't get mad at the child. You got to take it out with the adult, and I understand that. You know what I mean? But then it's like, they were saying that as Aaliyah got older, Aaliyah might have confessed and confided in some people later on in life when she got away from R. Kelly, but she's not here anymore, so she can't defend herself. And that was the thing I said when we did the episode Surviving the Industry, because they can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? The dead can't speak anymore. That's it. So you bring them up in court, and then now they can't, say anything. So a lot of people felt like, just off the Aaliyah thing, that he should have been put away over 25 years ago. What do you say about that?
Well, you see, when him and Aaliyah was married, I guess, okay, I wouldn't say,
well, it's not like it's not like that was always common knowledge. Remember, it was always speculated that they might have been doing stuff because of songs like "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number" and all that. But but there was no proof. You know what I'm saying?
There was no proof that they were married.
Right. Nobody knew nothing.
And I'm sure if Aaliyah did express that I guess she wanted to be with him some way or somehow, but I don't even know if they said they were married. I remember the time when they said they were married. Okay, they were, but it could be a gimmick. It could be, I don't know what it could be, but that's when people started saying, "Wait a minute, she's underage."
Yeah, well,
but I don't. Yeah, but
well, this is not going to go well because listen, R. Kelly already had an incident in prison where some inmate ran up in his cell while he was reading and put hands on him. You know what I'm saying? And this was all speculation, and now convicted of this, what happens to convicted felons of things that relate to child sexual exploitation and child trafficking? What do you think happens to those guys in prison? I'll let you answer that.
So, I think they get attacked, might get even raped. I think there's a lot of things that might happen to them, because nobody, it was one thing to do everything else, but put your hands on a child.
Hey man, you got a lot of
innocent child, God's angels.
You got a lot of fathers in prison, man, that love their kids, and when they hear stuff like that about another man allegedly doing it, I'm just saying on the alleged side of the game, that's before you get convicted. if they hear you allegedly did that, they usually come after your neck.
Yeah, see, yeah. Even a glimpse of you doing that, they come after you. Yes.
Yeah. Well, because they think about their children, and as men, they're like, yo, if that would have been my kid, I would have did A, B, or C. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what happens. So, I mean, now R. Kelly's not married anymore, so it's not like he could have like some type of conjugal visit kind of thing. Maybe I guess he'll try to get married so he could do that. But I'm telling you, man, that man gonna be in there
for a long time. You see, it's one thing to do a lot of things, but it's one thing to also harm innocent children. That's just, you're gonna pay the consequence somewhere somehow. Yeah, you can't go around thinking that you're untouchable, thinking that nothing could happen, and boy, did it happen. Now he's on trial today. No, I mean, sentenced. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, now we got it. Now his sentence hearing will be next. But they have found him guilty. A judge has to decide how many years he gets. But the jury found R. Kelly guilty. So now a judge has to decide, okay, based off of these crimes, how much years would a person get? Now, he's a black man. Now, he was doing this to black women, sadly. So they'll give him time. But can you imagine if these were white women he would do?
Shoot. They probably show him no mercy.
They would have gave him the death penalty.
Yeah. They would have worked it out somewhere somehow for him to have the death penalty. For sure.
They would have said, yo, I know we ain't done this in a while, but we about to put this man in a freaking electric chair or something like that. I mean, I'm just saying, if he would if he would have trafficked a whole bunch of white women, oh my God.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah, if he would have did that to white women, they would forget about it, man.
Like I said, he's gonna do time anyway. But I want to ask you something, man. How do you feel about R. Kelly as an artist now? Because a lot of people are saying, "Yo, I was still rocking with R. Kelly's music until now." Some people are saying that now because he's finally been convicted. Because some people were saying, "Let's wait it out. Let's see what's going on. Let's wait it out." Right? So what do people feel about how do you feel about him as an artist now? Does it matter to you? Does the music okay, I got you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. Well, R. Kelly brought some timeless hits. And the thing is, when he brought these timeless hits, I feel R. Kelly's a well-rounded, talented actor. I mean, singer, R&B singer. He called the pipe. He's talented. Not only that, he can write. And if he didn't do none of these things, I think he would have been on top. I think he would have been the best R&B.
Yeah, he would have been
artist.
Yeah, you would have heard his name up there.
He'd have been legendary. And R. Kelly.
Yeah, he would have been up there with
legendary.
Yeah, his name would be up there with Michael Jackson and Prince.
Yeah,
it would be in that same circle. But
yeah, legendary. When that's it, yeah.
I mean, but see, that's the thing. How do people feel about him? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. People don't keep the same energy with Elvis when he married Priscilla and she was 14. Hello. They still call him the king.
Right. Or they still call him the king of R&B?
No, they still no, not the king of R&B, but they call Elvis the king, period.
Oh, the king. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Nah, yeah.
They call him the king of rock and roll when Little Richard was before him and he stole from Little Richard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Elvis did that, yeah.
Yeah, Elvis stole from a lot of people, man. He stole from gospel artists too. Black gospel artists. Elvis got a history of stealing from. Cause I get it. He grew up influenced by that, and that's fine. But the problem is, you don't get to get credit for it. You have to give credit and pay homage. Instead, he took it. Anyway, the point I'm making is this. I don't want to. The thing is, Elvis is still in a particular community of folks. Elvis is still regarded as an untouchable person. You can't talk about Elvis. I mean, he got a freaking towns and all that, and things named after him. You know, so you know, you know, you got freaking museums and everything. You know, people travel everywhere to come to that whatever that place is called. I forgot what that place is called.
Where is it located?
I think it's somewhere in Tennessee or something like that.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay.
You know, but anyway.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't care. Let's keep it moving. But you know, the person matters. Even though you do music and you have a career, the person matters.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna matter to a lot of people. So is his music still gonna be buyable and streamable? Is there? I mean, what happens with that?
That's where all these stores go. Everything is on that. Yeah.
Because I find it interesting how Aaliyah's music is now streamable.
Right.
It wasn't before. But we once again have access to Aaliyah's music, and it just so happens to happen around the same time R. Kelly's on trial.
Right. Because I mean, R. Kelly, yeah, man. I mean, when I seen the verdict today, I was saying to myself, I was like, man, you know, I know that I have a bad feeling about this. It's not gonna be easy for him he's facing a lot of time, man. You know, so much, you know, it's just one thing to the next with R. Kelly. You know, one thing to the next. Yeah, man.
But I need somebody to explain to me. Okay, so you know how we got this whole cancel culture, right?
Yes.
And this person is canceled for this, canceled for that, right? This is a pretty big deal, so I could definitely see why he would get canceled. But who makes money off of his music if he won't be able to make money off of it, man? Because even though he's a creep, and now we know what's going on with that. You know, a lot of people don't feel sorry for him. I mean, I understand because you know when you hear stuff about that and kids involved, and it's really about what the jury. It's really about the jury that thinks you're guilty.
Right.
You know, who's to say he did all of these things? I don't know, but if they found evidence, then hey, you got to go. You got to go. I'm for a true system of justice where, you know, they can actually know or at least find out,
right?
As opposed to just saying, "Oh, well, we didn't get enough evidence, so we're gonna convict you anyway." Now, I don't like that, and that's the kind of stuff that happens to the black man, woman, and child since day one. But my thing is, if accounted for, they actually found out that you actually did this stuff, then yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you? What's your opinion on the justice system in regards to this verdict?
I think it's a how can I say? I want to say bias, but I think with it's a lot, man. A lot of speculations over this case, man, because these people came out and confessed more than one person. So it's like his back is against the wall. He can't escape. You know, and he can't escape it because the Bible says you reap what you sow. So, and I think he wants to escape it.
But speak some more about the justice system. That's the question.
Oh yes, the justice system. I think I believe that the justice system. I used the word bias, but I think it's an unjust system. But I think in this case, I think in this case,
You think
it was
it was warranted and justified?
somewhat. And I'm gonna emphasize the word somewhat, somewhat justified,
Okay.
because there's a lot of people that was with him that got hurt in the process, more emotionally, and maybe some things are exaggerated, maybe some things, but I think that it was somewhat justified. Showing them all those, let them serve all that time. No, that's not. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that I think the justice system needs to, when they look at, especially us, when it comes to us, man. I mean, we do something drastic like that, celebrity or no celebrity, man, they throw the book at you, man.
Yeah.
No matter what status you are, and that's the justice system in America towards black people.
The thing is, if you did it, rightfully so, but if you didn't do it, then that's injustice.
Yeah.
Also, what's injustice is when you do something to somebody, but because that person is black, they still find you not guilty because they just disregard your life. And this is something that we've seen with police brutality against black folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's typically when we see that.
Yeah, that's common amongst us. Yes.
But I wonder, is this a Well, I don't want to say distraction, but because this happened, when usually when a black person, a high profile black person, gets convicted of a crime, then now that overshadows what still happens in this nation in large numbers to black people. So now they're not even talking about Derek Chauvin and how many years he's getting.
All right.
You ever notice that?
Yeah. That mentioned. I haven't mentioned it, man.
He got convicted, but we don't know how many years he's doing for executing George Floyd.
But yet, you know how much.
You know about
what
R. Kelly
did.
Yeah.
You know about that.
I'm not saying one equals the other, but what I'm saying is, I know how this works.
Yeah.
It's less. Same thing with Dylan Roof. It took forever for people to know what was going on with Dylan Roof. It was quiet.
Yeah, that man, yeah.
Yeah, but Dylan Roof, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's facing a death penalty. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is facing the penalty because killing those people in the church like that. Yeah, he should get that.
I mean, it's kind of bad with that one. But like I said, let's see how this goes because this just happened. His results came in today, September 27th. So by the time this episode airs, they'll probably. I'm pretty sure they can't wait to hand him his years. They're probably like, all right, we need to get this over with. That's
right.
But that happens with black people. Them trials be quick. They don't be long. They don't be dragged out, except for maybe the OJ trial.
Right. But for the most part, though, they
like to get. Well, since the OJ trial, they like to get things over very quick. When black people, when there's black people involved, when they're involved, they want to get this over with. They already know what they gonna do before it even happens. They just wait.
Right. See.
It's like we already. It's like everybody. They know. It's just that we're the last to find out. But they know exactly how they want to handle it. So that whole situation is just crazy, man. Does R. Kelly have any kids?
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. What am I talking about? That was a brain fart.
Yeah, he has a daughter. Yeah,
that was a brain fart.
Yeah.
How many kids does he have? That's the question. I know he got kids because he said it, but how many kids does he actually have?
I think it's about 2 kids. I'm gonna say 2.
Let's look this up, man, because
I think it's about 2 kids. Yeah, a daughter and I think another daughter. Yeah, he got 2 kids. Yeah.
Yeah, he got 3 kids.
Oh, true. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Approximately three kids. Yeah,
50,
man.
54 years old, man. If he gets 30, a minimum of 30.
Oh, well, I just hope not, man. I don't know how you can get out of this one. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about, I don't know if it's about what anybody particularly wants. It's about what they're going to do within the context of the crimes that he committed.
Yeah.
And of what he's been found guilty of, and they're just going to go based off of that. When it comes to federal charges, this is just typically what I know. When somebody does a federal crime, they go off of, for the most part, what is it that years warrant this particular charge, right?
Yeah.
These counts. If one particular count gets you 15, then guess what? You're getting 15. That's the feds for you. Now the state and the city is different because the state and or the city could say, hey, usually somebody would get 50 years for this, but we're gonna give you 10.
Okay.
But the feds, no. The thing about the feds is this: for the feds to have stuff on you, that means they've been having stuff on you for a while, and they waited to build it up, then hit you with it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
You know, the feds are very different,
right,
from the city and state when it comes to the criminal justice system. The feds are able to. They don't just they're not gonna. The feds are not known to just bring you into court and then you have a mistrial. That's usually
right.
The feds. No. Now this happens with the city and state courts, but the feds are like this. We got enough to throw you under the jail. So there's no way somebody's gonna find you not guilty. Like that's how the feds operate.
Right.
Now there's such thing as you getting locked up by the feds, and then you have like bargains and plea bargains and cooperation and stuff like that. Where R. Kelly could say, like, check this out, they could sentence R. Kelly for 30 to life, and R. Kelly could say, hey, I know some other celebrities, politicians, or whatever bigger than me that you might have interest in.
Right.
And then they might say, okay, because the feds are about, this is the feds. The feds are big on, let's catch the big fish, even though we thought he was, but let's catch the big fish. What if that happens? What do you say to that, Zacchaeus?
Big fish, yeah.
What if that happens? What do you say to that? You think
that's possible? Let's catch the big fish?
No, I'll repeat. What if there's a situation where he says he'll participate with the feds to get a lesser time, so then he can say, hey, there were other people I was working with or other people I know who do the same thing. Usually the feds listen to that. What if that happens?
Oh my gosh. Well, you see, let me tell you something. You know, they could do that, but you see, the thing is, they're focused a lot on R. Kelly. So I don't even know. You see, the thing is that now it'll be up to the women, but the women that confess. But you see, their focus is on R. Kelly, and not only that, the people that came out said R. Kelly, and they experienced it, and they not only they experienced it, but they were hurt. Yeah, and it was more than several people coming out, women saying this and saying that. One man came out, a gay man came out, but other the rest was, they all came out and confessed and said, listen. Remember, it was every other few weeks somebody was coming out and saying R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did that. Some things I believe is exaggerated, but I think that they were their main folk, even if R. Kelly said, I got some people to tell you, they're gonna still use him as an example because his name is known. His name is known. Now, if you're a person that's not known, then it's like people usually say, "Oh, he's a bad guy, no good. Oh, good, they got locked up. That's it, and that's it." But when you're holding weight and you're a celebrity status, and it's like a different life altogether,
Right. But
Yeah,
what if?
different life altogether. So
But what if
they focused on
But
them.
what if he could pull out a name that's bigger than him and more influential than him? See, we're talking about a musical artist, but what
Yeah.
if it's a politician, somebody who actually makes laws?
Right.
Talking about something different now.
Mm-hmm.
What if that happens?
Man.
Well. Let me answer that because
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard for you to kind of think where to go with this. Let me say it this way. So I'll give my take on it. Look, Harvey Weinstein. Sorry, not Harvey Weinstein. Juan Epstein, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, that man said, "Oh, I know a bunch of people who was doing this type of stuff with kids and all that, and women, whatever, and all prostitution and all this type of stuff, right?" And then the man ends up dead, and they say he died due to suicide, right? Okay, whatever. I think they killed him.
Yeah.
And then his girlfriend, they get him, and I haven't heard from her in a while. Hopefully, she's still alive, but she says she got the dirt on people too. R. Kelly, if he's caught up in, look, you know how this game is. You know how the industry is. It's typically not one man doing all this stuff. Okay?
Right. See?
Something was handed. I feel like this lifestyle, whatever, was something that he was brought into. So the access and all of that, I think it's possible that he could say, well, here were the people who were compliant and complicit and cooperative with what I had going on in my own home.
Right.
And then if it's people who are more powerful and influential people, two things. He could say something or not say something for fear of his own life. What about that?
Scary, man.
That could happen. So
scary.
We'll yeah. No, go ahead.
That's a situation where, man, you know, when all fingers are pointed at you, it's a situation that it's like you can't get out.
But remember, people have a mentality like Nino Brown in New Jack City. If I go down, I'm taking everybody with me.
Yeah. They'll get sentenced, but R. Kelly is the main one they want to take down.
Yeah, he'll get sentenced. Look, people still get sentenced.
Yeah,
when they participate with the feds, it happened with Tekashi. Tekashi was facing time; he was doing time, but because he gave up more people, they let him out. But what I'm saying is, and those are different charges. You know, he didn't have sex trafficking and all that. Not that I know of, but anyway. So what I'm saying is, this man got all this going on. So R. Kelly, could do his time, but then they can say, well, you know what? Instead of us giving you life, we'll just give you just 30 years.
30 years, like 30 years is for a 50-year-old man. 30 years is a lot of. Man.
Or we'll give you 25 years. Now,
still,
a man would, if a man got to choose between 50 years and 25 years, and they're asking him to do some snitching, guess what? More than likely, what happens? They do some snitching. Because
remember, listen, you remember,
even though they're getting sent away, they don't want to do 50 years.
Yeah. Perfect example I'm going to bring up. You ever seen the movie called American Gangster?
Yes.
Remember when Frank Lucas was caught? 1973. When he was caught, he gave up a lot of names.
He did.
I remember one scene in the movie where this dirty cop blew his brains out because Frank Lucas was caught, locked up, operation shut down, and he was just giving up names. In other words, working with the feds. Working with, within the Department of the Police. And he was just dropping names. And every time you drop a name, you've seen somebody, some official, getting arrested and locked up. Some official getting locked up. So R. Kelly. Now R. Kelly now can he could drop names and say, well, I'm not the only one. You think I'm the only one involved? I'm not the only one involved. Yeah, he could drop some names, but they will serve some time, but the bulk will be on him. Still, still,
Yeah.
because of yeah, I guess he kind of thought because he had a name, they will show him mercy. But this game of life, they don't show. Even if you have a name, they don't show you no. They don't show you no mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he came in the courtroom today, hoping that he would get off, hoping that it would be victory for him. Yeah.
All right.
Boy,
Well,
he had another talk coming, you know. So yeah.
Well, we're gonna get up out of here. We said enough. Hey, any last things you want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, I think we are R. Kelly out now, man.
Oh, shoot. All right. Let them know where they can reach you, man.
You can reach me on Facebook, Wayne Zacchaeus Bacchus on Facebook. Also on Twitter, Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter. Also on Instagram, Zacchaeus, Zaccheus, Zacchaeus B73.
Right.
Blessings.
All right. You can reach me at the Fifth General at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right. We're gonna get out of here. We'll have an interesting topic for our next show.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back into some relationship topics. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. This is the Fifth General and Zacchaeus signing off, saying peace. See y'all next time.
Peace. Next time, y'all. Peace.
All right.